Hi guys, today I'm going to talk to you about and show you a demonstration of what craniosacral therapy is. This time of the year people are having allergies, and I have shown you how to do some sinus massage. I've talked a little bit about essential oils through Jade Bloom. Allergies is something that is helpful for allergies. And this is another method that could be helpful for sinuses, headaches, that sort of thing. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit of what craniosacral therapy is. And I'm just going to kind of read this to you because it gives a good description. So craniosacral therapy is a hands-on technique in which the practitioner creates very subtle movements along the bony structures of the cranium and at the sacrum. So the focus of this therapy is to assess and palpate the fluidity of the craniosacral system, which affects the body's overall health. So as a practitioner of this, as I'm working on you, I'm trying to feel the flow of your spinal fluid and feel that rhythm. And if there's blockages, we're trying to unblock those blockages so that the body has more overall health. You have less pain, less illness, less dysfunction. Let's see, what else does it say here? So the cerebral spinal fluid runs through your whole spinal column and around the brain and spinal cord. It protects against your vital organs, against chemical and physical injury. It provides some cushioning for your brain if you were to, get a concussion or something like that. There are 3 steps to giving craniosacral to somebody. The first step is trying to feel that rhythm, that flow of the fluid, the spinal fluid. And could do that 2 different ways. One way is to cradle the head at the occiput area and be still for a moment or 2, and you can feel the flow moving. It's different than the pulse, it's different than the breathing. There's another rhythm to the flow of the spinal fluid. You can also put a hand underneath the person's body to the sacrum, which is the very lower area of it's the very base of your spine, and you can feel the fluid moving in that area too. And you can manipulate the sacrum with very soft movements to increase the flow of the spinal fluid there too. The second step in doing this therapy is to work on any energy cysts that a person may have, usually through the upper thoracic, diaphragm, and lower thoracic region of a person. And energy cysts, really all that they are is areas in the body where you may be holding trauma from, or you may be holding energy from a trauma that you may have experienced, whether that has been a car accident, a fall, a break, anything like that, something emotional. We carry all of that energy in our body until we eventually work it out. I, as a therapist, will apply very light pressure and feel for these energy cysts in your thoracic cavity and work on them gently to have them move along. After I've done that, I will go back to the cranium and start working on the bones of your cranium to help increase the flow of your cerebral spinal fluid. And there's about 14 different hand positions that are used on the cranium to create more space and increase the flow of the fluid. It's very relaxing, and I'll show you a demonstration on my daughter in just a minute. Okay, we're back with my dog who had to get up on the massage table. So to begin, like I said, I would start just by holding her cranium and really trying to feel the rhythm of her craniosacral fluid. spinal fluid. And I can hold this for as little as 3 minutes to as long as 10 minutes, really. A typical craniosacral therapy session will last 60 to 90 minutes. So I can feel for this here, or like I mentioned earlier, I could also put my hand underneath her body to get my hand on her sacrum and feel it there. So once I feel that and I'm connected to that, then I start working on her energy cysts, if she has any. And we start first by her upper cavity and just kind of start feeling around if there's any restrictions. It actually feels like there's the fascia is tight, and I feel for those, and if I feel something, I just hold it and let the body very slowly stretch and release that. And I'll do that up here, her upper body. I'll do that in her diaphragm area. And one thing that's nice too about craniosacral, you can stay fully clothed, you don't have to get undressed. So I would do that through here. And I'm not going to do this for 60 to 90 minutes. I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration so you get an idea of what it looks like. So I would do the same thing down here in her lower cavity. And once I've worked on all of her energy cysts, then I would come back to the cranium and start working on her cranial bones. So the pressure is very light. This is a very relaxing part of this session. All I'm doing is applying very light pressure to create some space with the cranium bones, and you're just holding for like 3 to 5 minutes per site. And there's, like I said, there's like 14 different holds that I could do. And I'll just go through them pretty quickly right here, just to give you an idea of what they look like. And I have my notes with me on the other side of her body here, because I don't do this a lot. I love to do it. It's relaxing to give it as well as to receive it. So with all of these different hand positions, it's good to have notes nearby so that I don't forget what to do. And again, I'm going through these quickly. Normally I would be doing this a lot slower. Basically, you're just working all of the bones, trying to just create space. Where else? Behind the ears. And once I've gone through all of the different hand placements, then I would come back to where I started and hold the head and feel for the movement and the rhythm of her spinal fluid. And again, I think I mentioned that this is a different rhythm than watching her breathing. Like I can watch her chest rise and fall, I could see her breathing. I could feel her pulse also. This is a completely separate rhythm that I'm feeling for. And then once I hold that for a few minutes, I very gently let her down. And that's the end of the session. So I hope you enjoyed that and learned a little bit about what craniosacral therapy is. and what it looks like to receive it. Again, you can be fully dressed. You don't have to get undressed. It's great for anything related with your sinuses, headaches, that sort of thing. I've also read articles about kids with learning disabilities or who are on the autistic spectrum. It's very helpful for those kind of population also. So, hope you guys have a good day. Talk to you soon.